Hey guys, welcome back to Phenomenal. My name is Cameron Phillips. I am the host of this channel and this travel blog. We're in Scotland. I'm the host of this channel and this travel blog, findyourphenomenal.com, where we explore topics from all over the world and help you find your phenomenal. I'm here with my friend Bagdy. Patrick. He's from Montreal. He owns a company called What's Up Montreal. It's an exceptional company that produces content from Montreal and soon to be expanding to the world.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
LA, and we have What's Up World, so that's good.
What an icon, what a true icon. He has the pin. What's up, Montreal? Anyways, today we're here to give you guys 10 reasons why Montreal should be on your travel list soon. Montreal is an incredible city. I'm sure you could say the same.
I love Montreal.
Number one. So we're kind of just gonna like talk these out with you guys, so bear with us. Montreal has this quality about it that's unlike any other city in the entire world. Unlike any other city in North America. It has this European quality with cobblestone streets, these beautiful buildings. It's like very different than East Coast, especially West Coast, or the rest of North America. You feel like you're in Europe, that cafe vibe. You walk around, it just has the accents of Europe.
Well, yeah, I mean, Montreal being one of the first cities in North America got that influence of making, you know, the architecture and the whole landscape to be like very European. Did you know before Montreal got its name, that area was called Ville-Marie?
Oh right, yeah.
And it was a wall. There used to be a wall all around Montreal.
That's iconically European, the walled-in cities.
Yeah.
Wow. Visiting downtown Montreal it's called the Old Port now, kind of like the really historic section of downtown.
Yeah, well, it's called Old Montreal, and then you have
Old Montreal and then the Old Port.
Yeah.
And that's the area that you're gonna get that big European vibe. The second thing on our list is the incorporation of French culture in Montreal and in Quebec, of course. Because if you didn't know, Canada is a bilingual country. Quebec is the French-speaking or predominantly French-speaking province in Canada. And the first time I ever went here, I didn't realize how French it was. I didn't realize like street signs, airports, all these things, everything is in French first because of language laws, right?
Yes, big time on language laws. I mean, I was forced to go to French school as a kid, and because of the law, so there's no way that I could even go to English school. Or
they want to keep that French identity.
Yeah.
And with that comes like culture and so many different things that you don't find in the rest of Canada, and especially the rest of like North America, like the United States as well. So it really gives it a different flair to the city, incorporating with that kind of European flair, the actual Frenchness that comes down. And yes, it's different than French because it made their own like Quebecois. Obviously the language is a little bit different, but like the actual culture, like French Canadian is its own culture.
It is.
And exploring that and taking that around the city and seeing these different like little like niches from this French Canadian culture, it really is a cool thing to visit, and you'll be left very impressed by this city. And with that goes into number 3, which is food.
Before you go to number 3, I was actually going to ask you, saying that you were surprised when you came to Montreal because everything was so French.
Yeah.
Did you learn any French words?
I learned, I learned that, you know, growing up, you think of French and you hear like, oui, yes. But in Montreal, they say, ouais. Like, ouais. Like, it's not like oui, it's like ouais. They have this kind of like darker tone to it. What else did I learn? What was it? Je suis ma poutine.
Je suis ma poutine. Oh my goodness. Do you know what you just said?
No.
It said, I am my own poutine.
So number 3 is food. With the French Canadian culture comes the French Canadian food culture, and with that there's so many iconic dishes that come from this like cold climate, European influence, Canadian, North American, like what's in the region is in like gamey meats and like maple trees and like all these things. And this sounds really out there, but like I know duck is a really big thing that they incorporate a lot, and like of course like maple, but not just like the sweet maple syrup, but like maple garnishes, maple glazes and things like this on top of meats. And I know a lot of obviously you have the cheese culture that comes from France a lot.
Well, we also have a lot of Quebec-made cheese.
Quebec-made cheese, yeah.
You talk about like French food and so on, but since Montreal is such a multicultural city, you also have like foods from all around the world, and people like come to Montreal to actually taste this because like not many cities have that. Like you cannot always get like everything everywhere. So it's like one of the unique places in the world where all the cultures clash and like make different kind of food. So
I love it. Yeah, you can really find pretty much anything you want in Montreal in terms of food. You can in a lot of cities, but to like the next level in Montreal, because that multiculturalism, it really brings this great diversity to the palate of the region. Right. So number 4 would be live entertainment, music, and events. Montreal has this incredible reputation for hosting amazing events like the Montreal Jazz Festival and a whole bunch of other events in the city. With that, they have an incredible live music scene with many different music venues. Almost every major artist will come through Montreal at some point, whether it's a boutique show or in one of the larger stadiums.
So Montreal is known as a festival city, so you have festivals all year long, and imagine what we have festivals in the middle of winter when it's like -40.
I've been. We went to a fest called Igloo Fest.
Yes.
And it was very cold outside. And it was at night in this park, and it was amazing. But it was in January. It was freezing.
We were burning from the freeze.
Yeah,
like
I was literally getting frostbite on my face.
Yeah.
And with that, there's this incredible like spirit of party in Montreal. Like people like enjoy going out, or whether it be like a festival or a concert. Like people are into doing live events like this, and I love that energy. It's a really, really great energy.
Well, we have a motto. It says like we work to live and not to live to work.
Amen.
Yeah.
Number 5 is nightlife and partying, an extension from the live music and events. The nightlife in Montreal is amazing, right?
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, there's always something for everyone, especially like if you want to go to bars or clubs. The best part of Montreal is that it's 18 and over versus the rest of Canada. It's like 19, 21 sometimes, and then the States 21.
The States is 21 everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the drinking age is 18 in Quebec, and the like diversity of clubs and bars and like the different scenes you can find there really could appeal to pretty much everybody. It's a fun city to go out, and like you walk around at night depending on, I mean there's so many different areas where there's like clusters of bars and clubs and stuff, and you just feel the energy and the life and the exuberance, and like you would in most cities where you're in that kind of area, but it really is the next level in Montreal.
Where's your favorite place to go clubbing?
In the world? Or in Montreal?
No, in Montreal.
God, the only club I've been to is the Sky Bar, which is in the gay village. And it's like a fun time. It's like a 5-layer or 4-level club.
It is.
It's like a rooftop.
And also the new place to hang out, and I did bring you there last time.
Oh, nice.
Griffintown.
Oh, Griffintown,
Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like the Brooklyn to Montreal.
Yeah, it's this new like part of the city where it has all these trendy bars and there's not a real closet. It's really bars and like hangouts, like terraces and stuff. So, which is also very particular to Montreal, having terraces, right? No?
Terrace.
I don't know. What do you think?
He speaks French, so it's kind of like when you know what language and you can't. So I just say like terraces.
Terraces. Yeah, you could say terraces, but terrace. Yeah.
So for number 6, we have the differences in the regions within the city and how the whole city feels like you have different areas to explore that are all unique to their own.
Yeah, like it has multiple boroughs all across the island, and every single neighborhood you go to has this clash. Multiple things change, including architecture, the culture, the availability of stores, let's say. Like everything is so different from one area to the other, which makes it very, very unique and attracting to go visit.
Yeah. So it's such a great, like, diverse collection of regions within the city itself, and you could spend years exploring it, honestly. Number 7 is affordability in terms of living and traveling to Montreal.
Yeah, living costs are really, really cheap when it comes to especially like rent and stuff.
Which is shocking to me, because I would have thought it'd be up there with, you know, Toronto, Vancouver, LA.
No, we have housing regulations that keep everything very, very low. So for example, I remember once you told me about a rent at $3,000 in the States.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you've experienced that. And $3,000 in Montreal will get you like a loft space. Like not just loft, but when I'm talking about loft, I'm talking about like a
brand new, like nice, like...
Yeah, like, how do you call those places? Like on top? Like, penthouses. Yeah.
Wow.
You get close to penthouses, or you get a place in Old Montreal where the hockey players and the football players live. So you do get like a very high class place when if you pay $3,000. Typical rents, I would say like a good place to live will start at $750 up to
for a 1-bedroom.
Yeah, for 1 bedroom almost to up to like
that is pretty
$1,500. That's $1,500 is like you're paying like a very, very good place. Like that's like very expensive for us. So like
a 1-bedroom for $1,500 a month.
No, it's gonna be 1 bedroom. I think it's gonna be like 2 or 3 depending on the area. Yeah.
What?
Yes. So $1,500, you're getting like a good house for like a small family.
Oh
or
my
like,
god.
A couple of roommates.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nowhere near comparison to like if you want to be in a nice place in, you know, San Francisco, LA, Vancouver, Toronto, like all way. Because I've been looking at a lot of real estate recently, and that's a lot. That is a good price.
Yeah.
If you're coming from the US right now, the Canadian dollar is still weaker to the US dollar, so you're going to get more of your money in Canada versus in the US. But for other currencies, it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, I mean, if you're coming from Europe, you're still getting a good deal.
You're getting a great deal for coming from Europe.
Yeah,
and if you're coming from England, like the pounds, wow. Yeah. There's a lot of hotels, right? A ton of Airbnbs you can rent. Lots of different housing options in the city. And if you're willing to stay further away from the city, of course, things get cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
But Montreal's so walkable, though, so I would definitely recommend kind of like trying to keep it in the walkable zone. Number 8 is transportation. Montreal is an easy city to get around, or mainly because of the massive subway lines that intersect the entire city, as well as there's bus infrastructure as well, right?
Yeah, I just discovered actually, even though I've been living there all my life, that night buses are amazing because the metro does stop around like 1 a.m.
Okay.
But how do you get around? How do you get back home or whatever? They actually have buses that run through like parallel of the lines, so
wow,
all night long. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. That is really great.
Yeah, so you have buses, you have metros, you have... sorry, I was going to say Uber, but we don't have Uber anymore.
You don't have... Okay, well, that's a potential drawback.
We just lost Uber, but we do have an alternative similar to Uber.
Yeah, we have TO Taxi.
We have TO Taxi, and then
which is kind of the same thing as an Uber.
If you want to get around with bikes, Bixi, we did that, and they give you like free rides now, like now and then. So
oh, wow.
It's always fun. And we're just adding a new like LRT line. It's got to go from like the North Shore to the South Shore, so it's going to be more connections all around the city, even from the airport. So those who are traveling from outside, get to the airport, get up, hop on the train, and go downtown directly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Iconic. Number 9 is activities. There's an abundance of activities that you can do in Montreal, whether it be hiking to the top of Mount Royal, which is the iconic mountain that sits right behind the city. You can have incredible views of the St. Lawrence River, downtown, far and wide. It's honestly a great place to go. On the river itself, there's activities like jet skiing, kayaking, there's beach clubs on this river. Truly amazing. There's an abundance of parks you can visit, biking tours. There's so many activities that you can get involved in Montreal. Or you could also do excursions leaving from Montreal to go to different areas of Quebec around, like Mont-Tremblant, a big ski resort about 2 hours away, or there's the hill country region out that way. You can go up the river, you can go to lake country. Like, it's a good launching place to go out and have so many activities in the beautiful Canadian Northeast.
And if you ever run out of ideas, just check out What's Up Montreal, because we do cover things to see and do all around the city, so you will never get bored.
Exactly. And our 10th reason that you need to visit Montreal is for the art and the aesthetics of the city. Montreal is an artist community at large. If you walk around the city, you see murals, you see galleries, you see different artistic spaces. It's honestly inspiring and it makes you feel connected to that community. And on top of that, the aesthetics of it make it beautiful for photography, for portraits, for Instagrams, for like decor. You can find so much inspiration in this city and also get some great pics while you're at it.
Definitely, like we have like all disciplines of art, including fashion, making video games, you know, anything that's web designs and stuff, but also like the massive murals that we have. Like we have a mural festival. Imagine like every year people, like thousands of people just come onto the streets and then see people paint on these huge walls in the city. So definitely, like, I mean, compared to many other cities that I've visited, I can definitely see like Montreal being very artistic versus other, you know, everything else has its own uniqueness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly a really great place to visit. So thank you so much, Bagby, for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom of What's Up Montreal with the phenomenal viewers and the phenomenal blog.
I just like how you say wisdom, so I'm like...
Guru. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe to Phenomenal, turn post notifications on. Check out the blog at findyourphenomenal.com to find your travel inspiration from around the world. The link will be down below. Also, as well as Bagby's links for What's Up Montreal. I'll see you guys very soon for another travel video, and I'll see you guys on the blog. Bye!